Miro, a mortgage website this week, HSH, has a new report saying it takes more than $130,000 to own a median price home in San Diego. It's a 12% jump from last year. So what does the future look like for affordability in San Diego?
It's a very difficult story. When you have real wages increasing about 3% a year and home prices 12%, the math doesn't add up. And at $130,000, that still means that family barely has other disposable income. When you think about the principal, the interest, the taxes, and the insurance, that's almost 40% of the after-tax income of that $130,000 household. The real implication for people living in San Diego is making sure there's enough higher wage jobs, that from a public policy perspective, affordable housing is being addressed, and then importantly, that rental properties, which are generally less expensive than holding all that cost for a mortgage and taxes, are readily available. And those are the things that are going to be the important questions for public policy leaders going forward.
And on to another real estate story. The sale of Horton Plaza in downtown has been made official, and the Union Tribune says that it's been bought by a real estate investment firm that wants to convert the aging and mostly empty mall into an ultra-modern office campus for high-tech firms. Can San Diego sustain something like this?
This is a great thing for San Diego. When you really, when malls are trying to figure out what they need to be in the future, Stockdale Capital Partners, this investment firm, is really deciding we're going to remake the traditional mall into something brand new and different, and really focusing on the tech side of the house. San Diego's been extraordinarily successful in biotech and life science. Ever since the dot-com boom, traditional technology has kind of lagged in terms of investment. So this is a great way to build that infrastructure to attract the really high-end firms that really have avoided San Diego, like Facebook and Google. And Stockdale can actually talk about this in a meaningful way because they already did this in Phoenix, Arizona. They took a mall called the Galleria, which wasn't doing very well, converted it into this Galleria corporate center, brought in high-tech companies like Zillow and Square and Yelp, and really remade this. And what they're going to do is take the space, they're going to gut the whole mall, they're going to open it up so it's much more pedestrian friendly, and bring in a lot of retail, a lot of restaurants to the bottom floor, and all the upper floors either are huge loft open spaces or specific offices for these tech companies.
Okay, and finally, the Orchard Supply Hardware is closing. One of our editors called it the Whole Foods of hardware, and I know a lot of people are going to miss it. There's one up the road here from SDSU. Why is it closing?
Because it doesn't fit into Lowe's business model anymore. People love Orchard Supply Hardware's personal service. It's been around since the 1930s. It was owned by Sears, spun off, bought out of bankruptcy by Lowe's because they really wanted a presence in California. And they realized that a personalized service business doesn't fit inside their big corporate infrastructure. In fact, 80% of all hardware and home improvement businesses done by Lowe's, Home Depot, and Menards, which is a similar kind of chain based in the Midwest. So this really contributes to very little of Lowe's overall business, and that was their decision to close it. But they're hopefully going to relocate most of their employees to other Lowe's stores, which would be a good news story for the employees.
Oh, that's good news there. Thank you so much, Miro, for joining us.
Thank you.